Hi my loves, welcome back to another episode of The Rosey Life. So today I want to talk to you about something that I hear and people question is, what if it's never been done? What if I've never experienced it? What if no one has ever manifested this thing, or they feel like something is impossible to them to have, or to a goal to obtain or achieve. And that is what I'm going to address here, because you're going to like this video, because I have a success story to add in here to prove to you, to show you that everything is possible, even if you've never heard of anyone else manifesting it before in your life. You can be the first one. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, thank you for liking my videos and sharing your comments here and sharing the videos. And for those of you who are new, my name is Rose. I am a success and confidence coach. I love to help people get out of their own way so that they can have the life that they desire. I share my personal journey, my personal experiences, because this is all part of my journey too, along with you. So I share with you things that I have uncovered and things that have become so much easier for me to understand after studying years of Neville Goddard and different mystic teachers, not just him, but many, so many, just to name a couple though, that I love to explain these concepts that they talk about, because if you're new to manifesting, some of this information can seem a little bit overwhelming, or you almost feel like it's over your head, like you don't get it. So understand, all of you that are watching, that the viewers here might be seasoned, meaning you've been studying and you've been manifesting and maybe you're trying to level up, and everything in between, over to someone that this is the first time watching any kind of law of assumption video or anything about manifesting. So please remember that in your comments, that we are talking to, or I'm talking to, a lot of different people and from a lot of different cultures. So it is my best intention to really speak to everyone, and I know that whoever lands on this channel is going to hear what they needed to hear, and it's going to resonate and make sense. So if it's, for whatever reason, a video is not for you, that's okay. You just keep it moving. All right. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, you can go to TheRoseyLife.com. The information is in the description box below. And also, if you would like to be a part of our Badass Confidence group, that little group, well, I shouldn't call it little anymore because it keeps growing. And those of you who are in the group, and for the rest of you to know, they are already having so many success stories, so many aha moments. It's beautiful. We meet every week, Wednesday, and I do a live every single week, and I teach a little bit more in addition to the 4 weeks. It's like 12 lessons that I included as a starter pack to get you started. And it really dives into building your confidence as a manifestor, building your confidence in yourself, so that you stop searching for answers and stop this YouTube and seeking information. Instead, it becomes back to being enjoyable to watch, not just desperately looking for info. So building your confidence within as a badass confidence is to help you stay focused, that you are the power, that the power comes from within, and you build confidence and trust in yourself in every aspect of your life. The manifestations are just a side effect. They're just the cherry on top of you understanding who you are. For me, confidence is Christ consciousness, meaning the confidence that you experience within yourself is your power. That is, you're tapping into Christ consciousness, okay? So, or the universe, okay, whatever you want to call it. So you can go to TheRoseyLife.com and find out more information about how to join. Really easy. You pay one time. That's it. I don't do subscriptions. And once you're in for life. And this keeps going and going and going for as long as I'm around. And you learn as much as you want, as fast as you want, as slow as you want. But I'm trying to push this along with you guys, okay? One of the things that I decided I'm going to add in there is going to be a monthly meditation where we are not only learning and I'm teaching, but you're also applying, and I want to help you guys apply these things. So I decided over the weekend that I want to do a monthly meditation to help these things really come to pass much quicker for you, so you can get comfortable with feeling confident and imagining different things for yourself. So let's get back to the video. So why I wanted to talk about this topic today was because there's so many people that talk about, oh, it seems impossible, it feels impossible, what if no one has ever done it, I don't know anyone that's done it. And then what happens is you'll go on like a Facebook group, or you scroll through tons of videos, looking through comments of the videos, hundreds of comments, and watch so much just to find the answer of, is this possible? Has anyone else done it? First of all, if you have a question about if you can manifest XYZ, fill in the blank, the answer is always yes. Can I revise this? Yes. Can I have that? Yes. What if it's been 30 years? Yes. What if I did the most horrible thing and I don't think that they can forgive me? Yes. Can I revise that? Yes. The answer is always going to be yes. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. Everything is possible. However, the logical mind wants proof. It wants evidence. It wants to know, okay, you say that, Neville Goddard said it, Joseph Murphy said it, Wayne Dyer said it, Abraham Hicks said it, all these different teachers. Rose is saying it, like I'm seeing it all these Facebook groups. People are saying, yes, you can manifest anything. Nothing is impossible with God. Okay, but yet you still keep looking for answers. That's the logical mind. That is not you as a creator. That's that ego, that logical mind, still wanting answers, still wanting proof. Is it possible? First of all, I want you to start telling yourself, yes, it is possible. In one of Neville Goddard's, in one of his lectures, he said, and I so love this, he said, he's talking about John the Baptist in the Bible, okay? That's his reference. And he says, as John, I can do nothing. But with God, all things are possible. So fill in your blank. As Rose, I can't do very much. But with God, I can slay dragons. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can have whatever the fuck I want. You see the difference? If you're struggling and you're frustrated and you're trying to do it as yourself, as the human costume, then it's going to feel hard, it's going to feel impossible, and that is where the logical mind and the ego exist, in the costume. Okay, but you're not here to make this costume convinced that it can do anything. No, in fact, I want you to accept it and tell your little costume, you're like, I know you can't do it, but you're not the one doing it. It's God, the universe within me. That is what does it. So that is why this costume feels like it's impossible, because it is impossible to the costume, and it's going to doubt it, question it. But we're not here having to convince the costume that it can do these miracles and manifest things. What we're doing is tapping into our power. With God, or the universe, or this energy, or the nature's force, whatever you want to call it, okay, because this is not about religion. With that power within me, all things are possible. And that power is inside of us. It dwells within us. It is what Joseph Murphy calls the power of the subconscious mind. It's the subconscious mind. It's where he says it's so cute. It's like your subconscious is God's garden. And every time you have a thought as a human, you are throwing that seed back into the subconscious and planting it. And that where you keep planting all these little thoughts, all these little seeds, all your desires, they go back into the garden. That is God's garden, he says, which is where they take root and then they begin to blossom and grow. And that is when they push out, okay? how fast, everything's different, and we don't know. This is something that we don't know, why something takes longer or shorter, okay? So what we do know is some things that we can look at our belief systems and our assumptions about things that definitely impacts our manifestations, okay? So also I wanted to talk about Joseph Murphy, and I just did an Instagram post on this. If you not follow me on Instagram, my handle for Instagram is Fairytale Doctor, and I have that down below too if you want to follow me. I put quotes. Today I put a quote, and it is by Dr. Joseph Murphy, because he said, sometimes people think that things are impossible and they don't know how it could possibly happen because the logical mind is not able to come up with how it could happen. You can try, but you can't. You can try to figure things out. You can try to see your end and wonder if this is going to be the way, but you might as well throw the towel in on the how, because you're not going to figure it out, because that power that is within you sees everything from a bird's eye view, and you're over here standing in the valley. You're like, I only see what I can see and hear with my hands and my eyes and touch and everything. But the power sees everything all at once. So it knows how, not just one way, but it knows multiple ways. Manifestations will hunt your ass down. You don't have to go looking for them, and you need to remind yourself of that when you're looking, when you're checking. No, I don't look. I don't need to check and wonder where the hell it is or if it's working. That's not how this works. My manifestations come hunt me down. They find me. I cannot miss them. It is impossible to miss them because they're literally orchestrated just for me. So that is something you can tell yourself as well. But Joseph Murphy said that for those of you who think the impossibilities, right? He gave an example. Aviation scientist said that they studied the bumblebee, and they said it is impossible for the bumblebee to be able to fly because its wingspan is too short and its body is too big. So if you look at a bumblebee, they have like pretty big bodies, and then they have these little tiny wings, right? And the scientists with aviation said they can't fly. This is back in the day. They can't fly because the ratio is off. And he said, however, the bumblebee, not giving a shit about what scientists say or what evidence there is, or that if somebody ever did it, or if some other little creature with short wings and big bodies, if they were able to fly, they don't give a shit. Bumblebees only know that they are a bumblebee. That's all they know. So they pick up and take off and fly all the time. So those scientific facts went out the fucking window because bumblebees fly. And if you have never seen one, Google one. You'll see that they fly. And they do have really big bodies and these little tiny wings, right? But they fly. So science is not factual. In fact, nothing is factual. You are the facts. Whatever you say, whatever you believe to be true, that is the fact. Outside of that, there are no facts. There are no concrete laws. There are no concrete things. Everything is up to you. Everything is up to you. Now let me get to my client's success story. She is in the tech industry, and she has a very certain specific job description and role that she plays. And she has been manifesting money, and that's fine. However, she wanted to manifest a larger salary. The problem with this is that she had been Googling and searching, and she's been in the industry for quite some time, and she's traveled the world doing her role. And she knows what her specific job gets paid internationally and nationally in this country. So she knew kind of like what the cap is on her range without getting promoted, without going to another position. So she was like, well, she got an interview to get a leveled up position so that she could make more money. And she interviewed, and she was like, that's a lot of work. I really don't want to have to do that much more work. That's just like, no. And that's a nice $40,000 increase in pay raise, but look at all the work. She's like, oh my God, I want my life to be easy. And so she turned them down. And then she said, well, this other job, mind you, she didn't even apply for any jobs, okay? All she did was focus on the end, that she makes a certain amount of income. And she didn't even lift a finger. She didn't apply for anything. She then got a call from another person that wanted to interview her for a role, but it wasn't with a promotion. It was for a similar role that she was in. And she was like, well, I'm already doing that role, and so what's going to be different here? It's just a different organization. So she interviewed for the other organization, and they told her what she would be doing. And essentially, it is almost the same exact job that she has right now, making $40,000 more a year, which is on the nose what she wanted to make. She doesn't have to work more. She Googled again and reminded herself, this is not normal. I don't know anyone else that has ever made this much money in my position, and she's worked in several different locations around the world. I don't know anyone that makes this much money. This is not heard of. This is unheard of. In fact, that's a big jump. You have to jump into a higher level position to make this money. And she said, of course, she took the job. And she was like, holy shit, I didn't have to lift a finger to make this so. That the interviews came to me, they called me, that's one. Two, I didn't have to take more work and responsibility to make that money. It just came to her. Literally, it fell on her lap. So she knew what was going on. If she would have listened to the market and her job industry, that's impossible for someone with her level of expertise and skill to be making that high of a jump, she would have been stuck and remained in the state of that salary that she had, or she would have taken another promotion so that she could take the higher salary, but also have taken more job responsibility, but she didn't want to. She said, I want to enjoy my life. I want my life to be easy and fun without tons of responsibility. I want to work less and make more money. Guess what? She's working less and making more money. So when you question your desire, is it possible? The answer is yes. Yes, always yes. Even if it feels impossible, it is still possible. And the only thing that you have to do is stay loyal, committed, focused, persist with what you desire. Every time you think about it, you go right to the end. You go right to the end. And nothing matters. Nothing matters. That is what I want. That is what I want. You don't have to wonder how, because it's so easy, you guys, for all the, well, okay, but this is happening, and then I don't want to be in this country, and I don't want to be in this city, and I don't want to start at this time, and I don't want to have to do that. And that is all circumstances. That's all extra fluff that you do not have to concern yourself with. It's you as a powerful conscious creator get to jump the line. You guys get to jump to the head of the line and stand in the line of you already having it and you staying there. But if you try to figure out how and you keep searching and seeking for answers, if someone else has done it, is this possible? Am I doing it? You're still in the mode of not having it. So skip all that crap. Go to the end and say, this is mine and nothing else will do, period. And you remain there. And every time you have any other thought, you say, I already said what I wanted. This is mine and nothing else will do, period. So whatever your thing is, that's an affirmation. You can script it, you can visualize that you're there, whatever technique you want to use, it doesn't matter because the techniques don't have any power. They're just little tools that we use to help us stay in the end, in the imagination. It's all you got to do. So You make the impossible possible, my loves. Isn't that cool? We get to make the impossible possible, the seeming impossible. Florence Scovel Shinn, I read this years ago in one of her books. She said, the seeming impossible now comes to pass. I receive all I desire, require, and more. The seeming impossible. What does that mean? What seems impossible is now coming to pass for me. It's now externalizing for me. It's now getting pushed out for me. I now receive all I desire, require to make it happen, and more. Do you see how she didn't worry about all the hows and how did anybody else do it and how? No. She goes right to, yeah, it looks impossible, but I don't give a shit because I am getting my thing. That's what she's saying for more modern language, right? I don't care if it looks impossible. And you can say this, I don't care if it looks impossible. I don't care if I don't even fully believe it. What I know is that I get whatever the hell I want. What I know is that I am God and creator of my reality. What I know is that my inner world creates my outer, my 3D. That's what I do know. So I'm going to trust in that instead of wondering if it's possible for me to have something. All right, my loves, you got this, you powerful badasses. Come join me if you want to in the Badass Confidence group where we're making shit happen. Bye.